to NNPC being the only distributor, as we speak today, the distributor, they are, let me say, the major importer of fuel into Nigeria today is the NNPC. I think other people are licensed to import fuels, but that has not been very effective because of forex. Now, Dangote is coming on stream. They cannot afford to be producing to tank alone. If they continue to produce to tank, the tank will be filled up and they will have to shut down. And that will not be good for the plant. And that's why they will have to make sure that there is a contract. The first contract that we have in place is with the NNPC. With a prominent member of the IPMAN, and I challenged them if they have made any approach to Dangote refineries, and they said they are still meeting and they will make an approach. So if the other people have not approached Dangote, and NNPC have been the only one that have approached Dangote, so I think that is what we have today. Dangote refineries that you have there will still be selling to some other countries because it's a private entity, it's a private industry, and so they will be willing to sell to anybody. So it is for the other distributors to now put their acts together and approach Dangote and put a very solid contract in place so that Dangote will be sure that when they produce, they will be selling.
Now, Mr. Olori, what comes to mind is the fact that a private refinery that government is now the one that will be dictating how much it will be dispensed to the consumer. Why this?
We have not been told that it is only Dangote, it is only NNPC that will be selling. Like I said, when you are producing, this is let me say a factory or an industry that will have to continue to produce. If you are producing and you don't have buyers, then it will get to a state that you cannot produce anymore. And that peculiar industry is not good for shutting down and starting up. It takes days for the startup and then getting to specification. And if you shut it down, it will take some other days. And in fact, you might want to start and it will not start. That's why in the petroleum industry, you have various types of contracts. And that's why you have one type of a contract that you call take or pay. And that take or pay means that if we have a contract that I will supply you this volume of products at a particular point in time. If I produce it, you must take it. If you don't take it, you will pay me, because it will be a burden to get rid of it if I want to continue to produce. So that is the peculiarity that you have. So, and the other distributors, major distributors, independent petroleum marketers, all of them will now have to put their acts together. We are just coming up. And so they will put their acts together. The government have not stopped them from buying from Dangote. But okay, for us to continue to have petroleum products distribution in Nigeria, NNPC have taken the lead. And I think we have to commend them for that. Because if you have to wait for the others to come before they start producing, it will not be good for us. We will experience shortage. So, and with regards to pricing, is done. The prices of products are determined by the market forces. When you start, the cost of production is high. But as you continue to produce, then you know what they call the economies of large scale. And then the company will begin to enjoy that with more patronage, and prices will begin to come down.
Engineer Olori, as we wrap up the conversation now, what are the preventive measures that drivers of tankers should always keep at the back of their mind while transporting this product, especially now that we have a refinery and we have them in large quantity, transferring them to different locations? Just
Number
in
one, they
seconds.
have to be very careful when they are driving. They have to drive carefully. They are driving long vehicles, and long vehicles cannot be driven like small vehicles. Secondly, they don't have to circumvent the regulations. They have to make sure that they follow the regulations. We have the DPRA, the regulating agencies. There are some controls that they have put in place. Our drivers, our tanker owners have to make sure that they follow the regulations.
That is how we
They
call
don't
it.
cut short. They don't cut corners.
Thank you so much, Engineer Tajudeen Adisa Olori, a public affairs analyst and an expert in this field. Thank you so much for your time on the program.
Thank you very much.
And that is how we call it a wrap on this Thursday's edition of Morning Flight on OGB 9.5 FM. Sincere appreciation to the crew that we worked together. From the newsroom, we've got Idris Adelakun as well as Suleiman Akim. Francis Enriso is the ICT man, and Dr. Debo is the sound manager. Not leaving out to Lope Ogun for the needed support from behind the scene. My name is Temitope Babalola. Please do have a beautiful Thursday morning.
And I'm Debo. Adeyinka. Have a nice day.
Let's go.